First BSc second semester students, both BSc and chemistry and computers. Today in this class we are going to discuss Newton's rings experiment. Newton's rings experiment. The Newton's rings formed by interference pattern, and using this experiment we can determine the wavelength of the given source. Newton's rings experiment. So when a plano convex lens plano convex lens with its convex surface, this is convex surface, is placed on the, this is a plain glass plate. So this glass plate is indicated by P, and air film is gradually increasing. This is the air film, this This is the air film, air between glass plate and plano convex lens air film. This air film increases with the thickness is formed between the T will be increased between these two devices. Glass plate plano convex lens की ప్లెయిన్ గ్లాస్ ప్లేట్ కి మధ్య థిక్నెస్ వాల్యూ ఇక్కడ చూడండి అంతా ఎయిర్ ఇది ఎయిర్ వాల్యూ ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఇలా నెమ్మదిగా పెరుగు ఇలా వెళ్తుంటే థిక్నెస్ విల్ బి ఇంక్రీజ్డ్ ద థిక్నెస్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫిల్మ్ ఎట్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ కాంటాక్ట్ there is no thickness of the air film, so T is equal to 0. If a monochromatic light is allowed to fall normally and film is viewed in reflected light, alternate dark and bright fringes are formed. Those are concentric around the point of contact between the lens and glass plate. The phenomena was first described by Newton's rings. So why the rings are known as first discovered by Newton? That's why the rings are known as Newton's rings. Okay, so this is a plain glass plate and this is a plano convex lens. So the lens makes contact with the plate is C. This is the contact point, that is C. Light from an extended monochromatic source. So light from a monochromatic source. This is a microscope. So light from a monochromatic source that is sodium lamp. Such a sodium lamp falls on a glass plate. This is a glass plate. This glass plate is held at an angle. This is 45 degrees. This angle is 45 degrees, that is 45 degrees with the vertical, 45 degrees with the vertical. The glass plate G reflects normally a part of incident light. That means this is reflected, this light reflected, this light also, this light ray reflected like this. Okay, so the plano convex lens, glass plate, sodium vapor lamp, source, so which is incident on the glass plate, which is 45 degrees to the normal. Normal 45 degrees to glass plate place cheste ilaga normal ka plane light beam వస్తున్నప్పుడు this plane light beam reflects at this glass plate and which is normal to the plano convex lens. దీనికి ఇలాగా నార్మల్గా కిందకి లైట్ బీమ్ పాస్ అవుతుంది. Again, so a part of the incident beam reflected back this part of incident beam reflected back from the plane surface. These two reflected rays interfere and gives rise to an interference pattern. In the form of circular rings. These rings are localized in the air film. Sun can be seen with a microscope focused on the film. Okay, the explanation of this formation of Newton's rings. This is a plain glass plate, and this plano-convex lens. This is the plano-convex lens. Suppose a light is incident on this plano-convex lens. So this is A. Direction of light beam is like this. So point B. So which deviates and which passes into convex lens. Which reflects some part is reflected and some part is transmitted through air film like this. Air film. Again which reflects so this is C, this is point D. At point D it again reflected and goes out in the form of ray 2. So the reflected rays, this is one reflected ray, this is another reflected ray. The reflected rays 1 and 2 are in position to produce, those are parallel, and position to produce interference fringes as they have been derived from the same ray. These two light rays are coming from the same ray. So as the rings are observed at the reflected light, the path difference between them is 2 mu t cos r plus lambda by 2. So for air film, mu is equal to 1 and normal incidence means r is equal to 0. For normal incidence, r is equal to 0. Hence 2 mu equal to 1, r is equal to 0, then 2 mu t, 2t mu is equal to 1, 2t plus or 0 1 plus lambda by 2. T plus lambda by 2. At point of contact, t also 0 and the path reference is lambda by 2, which is the condition for lambda by 2 is the condition for minimum intensity. Condition for minimum intensity. Thus the minimum intensity means central spot dark. At the point of contact, minimum intensity, that is central spot, is dark. Okay. For nth maxima, then nth maxima, what is the condition for nth maxima? 2t plus lambda by 2 is equal to n lambda. Okay. So first one is theory for Newton's rings by reflected light. Newton's ring by reflected light. Right, now we shall calculate the diameter of dark and bright rings. So this is a plain glass plate. And B, center O, OD be the diameter, L dash, where L, O, L dash be the lens placed on the glass plate AB. The curved surface L, O, L dash is the part of the spherical surface. This is the spherical surface, this is one of the part of the spherical surface with center C. Let R be the radius of this curvature, capital R be the radius of this curvature, and t be the thickness. This is capital R be the radius of the curvature, t be the thickness, and small r be the radius of the Newton's ring. So this is the Newton's ring radius, small r. So from the condition for maximum intensity, 2 mu t, mu is 1, 2t plus lambda by t is equal to n lambda. Therefore 2t is equal to n lambda minus lambda by 2, that is equal to 2n into 2n minus 1 2n minus 1 into lambda by 2. This is the condition for bright ring, because this is the condition for maxima, so bright ring condition. Bright ring where n is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. So for dark ring 2t is equal to n lambda, where n is equal to dark begins at center 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Okay, from the property of this triangle, this is n, this is p, np is equal to triangle property np into nq. This end is nq. np into nq is equal to no into nd. No into nd. That is the property of triangle. So substituting the values of these, np means r, np or nq is r into r is equal to t into 2r minus t. So after simplification we will get r square is equal to 2rt. R square is equal to 2rt. Since t square is negligible, then r square equal to 2rt. So for bright ring, two into, where t means r square by 2r is equal to, what is the value? 2n minus 1 into lambda by 2. 2 cancelled, r square is equal to 2n minus 1 into lambda capital R by 2. So replacing this radius with diameter, r is equal to d by 2. So this implies d square by 4 is equal to 2n minus 1 into lambda r by 2. then 2 cancelled in 2 times, then d is equal to d square equal to 2n minus 1 into 2 lambda r. D is equal to root over d is equal to root over 2n minus 1 into 2 lambda r. So this implies d 2 constant, n constant and 1 is also constant, then d is proportional to root 2 lambda r for bright ring. So similarly for dark ring, 2 into r square by 2r is equal to n lambda. 2 cancelled, r square is equal to n lambda r. R square means d square by 4 is equal to n lambda r. D square is equal to 4n lambda r. D is equal to 2 root n lambda r. So this is proportional to root n. So here d is proportional to root 2n minus 1, here proportional to root n. So the simple structure of Newton's rings is for example, this is dark ring, and again this is this is dark ring. Again this is dark ring. Again this is dark ring. This is dark ring. Dark, bright, dark, bright, dark, bright, dark, bright, dark rings. So these are the formation of Newton's rings by reflected light. Formation of Newton's rings by reflected light. So we can calculate the determination of wavelength. We can determine the wavelength of the source by using Newton's rings. We know diameter of nth ring is 4n lambda r, that is dark, and either dark or bright, we are taking dark ring. So diameter of n plus p dark ring is 4 into n plus p lambda r. Then the difference minus dn square is equal to minus 4, minus means 4n lambda r plus 4p lambda r minus 4n lambda r, then 4p lambda r. Therefore lambda is equal to dn plus p whole square minus dn square by 4pr. By using this formula, we can determine lambda. So procedure to determine this by using this formula. So first eyepiece of this microscope, eyepiece of the microscope is adjusted on its cross wires, like this, cross wires adjusted. Now the distance of the microscope from the film is adjusted at any ring, first or third or fifth or and so on, ring with dark centers in well focus. The center of the cross wires is adjusted at the center of the fringe pattern. By counting the number of fringes, the microscope is moved to the extreme left of the pattern and crosswire adjusted tangentially in middle of the first one or set third, fourth and so on. So finally we will draw a graph between number of rings and the diameter of their rings. Number of rings and diameter of their rings. Then we will get a straight line from the origin. Then we will take a certain number and then the diameter of this ring. That is like AC from this graph. And the next another number of the diameter, another number of the dark ring and the diameter of the respective ring, that is indicated by D and B. Okay, so this is n. If this is nth ring, then this is n plus p ring. So gap is p. This is the diameter of the nth ring square. So then this is the diameter of the nth ring square, n square plus n plus p square diameter, p square value. Then this is the separation is d n plus p square minus dn square. Okay, from this graph, this AB length, AB gap be the dnp square minus dn square by this gap is the p. Therefore lambda is equal to AB by CD. AB by CD. So by using these values you can determine the lambda value, because here the r with the radius of the ring plano-convex lens. So this radius of the plano-convex lens can be calculated by using spirometer by formula r is equal to L square by 6h plus h by 2. This is the formula for using to measure the radius of the given plano-convex lens. We can calculate, can determine the radius of the lens and can substitute this value. Finally we will get lambda be the wavelength of the given source by using Newton's rings experiment. Okay, thank you students. Most important question, so all of you should prepare well. Okay, thank you.